You're listening to the Smash Bros. Cast, Episode 10. I'm your host, N64 Josh. My co-host and sparring partner, Nightcrawler. What's going on, man?
Hey, hey.
It's been a week.
It has.
We played a little bit of Smash.
We did.
I feel like we had much more exciting matches than we've had yet.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth more a little bit. I feel like, especially last night, we were, you take one, I take one, you take one, I take one.
Yeah, and we had some fun on Saturday with somebody found the show, joined the Discord, and said, hey, I'd like to help you guys because you're kind of wrong on a lot of stuff. So, first of all, if you're still listening to this and you haven't been turned off from the fact that I really don't know what I'm talking about, please forgive me. And I'm even going to just skip ahead to the bottom of the notes here where I have my little apology. I gave bad advice. I wanted to give good advice. My intentions were pure, I promise. But I had said to just pick a main and stick with it. Now, I did that for me just for the sake of time. But after talking with, was his name Wizard?
Yes.
Yeah, Wizard. And we actually have a video coming out. We recorded the whole session with this kid, and he had lots of good things to say. I'm just editing it down. It's going to be on my YouTube channel soon, and I'm hopefully I can get the links in this episode show notes. Otherwise, it will be up soon though at youtube.com/n64josh. But he said, you know what? Play as everybody so that you can see what their moveset is like, so you can learn to anticipate what they're doing. Not necessarily that you play every character so that you they'll become the character you can use at any time, but just so that you can learn them and see how they move. He also said, as often as possible, play in person. Avoid For Glory matches because of lag. And try to find somebody to play with locally. That was.
I think he said more specifically avoid For Glory on 3DS.
That's right. Yeah, he said avoid it on 3DS because it's just a joke. So if it's all you got, of course, stick with it. But
there's still plenty of lag just playing with somebody online. So
yeah, the lag is real, and he was actually teaching us some more advanced techniques that were almost impossible to pull off online due to the lag. So
yeah,
kind of
specifically teching.
Yeah, it was not working out very well. So Wizard, thank you so much for that, and hopefully we will be hearing more from you. We might even try to get him on this show at some point, maybe sometime this summer. So we will see. We got a little bit of Smash news. Mew2King is the winner of the Smash singles at Beyond the Smash Summit, and I think he looked as surprised as everybody else when he won.
Yeah, that's the only part of the video I've actually seen is that last final kill, and he didn't realize he won. He was looking around the room and didn't know it was over. He's like, I won? He was asking the room. It was pretty good.
So I'm looking at the list right now. I have a link in the show notes that takes us to the Smash Bros. Subreddit. You have Mew2King, number 1. Armada, number 2. Zane was 3rd. Hungrybox is 4th. And you guys can check out the list if you want. I'm not going to read all the way through it, but there's your top 4 right there. I tried to watch as much of that summit as I could. Were you able to catch much of it?
A little bit, but I was a little occupied in winning Splatfest because I picked the right team.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, my goodness. Splatfest, yes.
But one thing interesting about this tournament is Mew2King didn't visit losers. He stayed in the winner's bracket all the way through.
Interesting. And then you've been actually checking out some of his Twitch streams and stuff, right?
A little bit. I've kind of just been going through Twitter and finding different pros to follow, and they have links to their Twitch pages and stuff. So I've been following him, and I think he's even on right now playing. So he's very active on Twitch. So if you want to go watch some some pro play, I mean, that's a good place to start. YouTube videos are always good, but you can always see just I can't even talk, improvisation, and just other pros that he might be playing with online, or I think he's actually in person with some people right now tonight. But playing, yes, he's so there's plenty of those Smash pros that are out there that are broadcasting as well as playing in those big tournaments.
Yeah, it's great advice. I mean, one of the things I've done this last week is just try to watch more and more and more. Watch as many pros and just seeing just the way they move and everything. It's so different than from what I'm doing. And so even when we sat down with Wizard, I'm like, he played as Mario against my Mario, and I'm like, how are you moving like that? And a lot of it just boils down to hours and hours and hours of playtime. All right, the next little bit of news here is it's Sakurai news. It's not necessarily Smash news, but Sakurai is in love with Stardew Valley.
It could be Smash news. You never know.
Oh my goodness.
He could take inspiration from some of those characters. There's plenty of characters in Stardew.
This is true. This is true. We may end up with Stardew characters in.
I don't know. Would a Stardew character be better than Steve from Minecraft, or I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know either. But there's he's been hooked on it apparently, and I'm trying to see if I can find the quote here in the.
I think it's more specifically he's addicted to the Switch version of it, because I think it said he played on Steam before and he didn't quite get into it there, but the ability to pick up and play with his Switch one day at a time on Stardew is kind of what he's been enjoying.
Yeah, it says right here, the Switch and the light gameplay go so well together, I'm itching to play it. So it's probably one of those things that's sitting in his office just staring at him, all the time. So, hey, we are doing this thing live. Swing Shifter, thank you for being here. Shell Shock Prime, what's up, buddy? Welcome. So yeah, Sakurai loves Stardew. Let's see here. Our next bit of news: Bandai Namco helping work on the new Smash with the rendering engine. More proof that this is a new game and not a port. And it looks like a link from Gamer Revolution. So what? I know you threw this in the notes here. What do you know?
Yeah, so it was a deleted tweet from a former developer at, where was he working? I think he was working for Bandai Namco and has since left, but had put out a tweet saying that he had his fingerprints all over a rendering engine that they were working together with putting together. They were just collaborating on the new Smash game. So it's kind of, and since these tweets have obviously been deleted, and I think we see this, I guess, more often than not with developers that are no longer working on something, but also do want to kind of receive their credit a little bit that they feel is due to them. They put out a tweet that then quickly gets deleted, or they delete it themselves, and they just want to have it out there so that it's known that they had their part to do with it, and it just fuels the internet, and the internet runs with it. The internet doesn't forget, so
they want to just put that tweet out there long enough to get screenshotted and then thrown into all kinds of blog posts. So, well, hey, if it's all true, I think a new game is great. We have a lot of ports already, and fingers crossed that a lot of the complaints that are there with Smash 4 will get remedied, and we might be closer to. I guess it depends on who you talk to. Some people are like, we just want Melee, right? Of course, we just want Melee, but I think even from just where I've been learning the past few weeks, like I feel like a combination of the two games would be a good mix. So,
yeah,
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So, the last little bit of Smash news we have is 8 Smash Pros have been invited and featured in a new video posted to Nintendo's Twitter and YouTube page of the upcoming Smash Invitational 2018. Your competitors are going to be MK Leo, Zero, who came out of retirement for this, Armada, a bat, I'm gonna say it, a bat. I can't say it.
out of out of
A
out of Dango. I did watch a video from Armada talking about all these people, and he did say his name. Abadango, I think is how you say it, but he's from, I believe, Japan, right?
Abadango, is that it?
Abadango, yeah.
Okay, there we go. I was going to try to put the emphasis on a different letter, but that makes sense. So, Pulp, Mr. R, Lucky, and Mango. So, and from my understanding, it's 4 Smash players and 4 Melee players.
Yep, and 7 of them, everyone except for Zero, has never been to the Nintendo Invitational. So, brand new players coming to Nintendo stage for this.
Interesting. Very interesting. So, I don't know. Is that a clue? That, remember the leak we saw that said the new Smash is a mix of Smash 4 and Melee? And look at the Invitational. It's a mix of Smash 4 and Melee.
Could be some good foreshadowing there.
Get your tinfoil caps out, ladies and gentlemen. It's on. That's it. So, it's pretty cool. I would check out the video. I have a link to Nintendo's tweet. It gives you a little bit of information about each of these guys and where they're from. And go check these guys out. Go follow them. Go watch. Like, Zero's got tons of videos out there. Like, go check out his streams and stuff. He's streaming on a regular basis. He's always streaming for glory matches. Really chill dude. Really really good at the game. It's just kind of it's like looking at watching a master of his craft when he's playing. It's crazy. So it's going to be exciting. It's gonna be really exciting. Do we know? Is there an exact time for when this tournament is taking place?
I think it was like 2 weeks ago on the show. We talked about there was an article in I don't know if it was a leak or if it was actually kind of something Nintendo had put out. I think it was from GameSpot or something like that as well. That the tournament is starting as soon as Splatoon finals are over, I believe.
Okay.
And then they had also talked about how I guess there could be other special guests that they're inviting to this. We don't know how big the bracket is actually going to be.
That's right.
But then they also did talk about the fact that if you're dressed up as a crazy Nintendo character in the audience, they might be inviting some people up on stage to, I guess, just get their butts kicked maybe by these pros. But they do have a chance, I guess, to get in, and if you're dressed up crazy, then you might end up on stage there if you're at E3 at the tournament.
So dress crazy, Waluigi. Get your best Waluigi costume and head out to E3. See if you can get into the Invitational. So no, I am really excited to watch this thing, and more than likely I will have I'll have my stream set up and be hosting it so that we can all kind of watch together and be able to chat together, because you know how the chat goes on things like that. They're usually like super toxic and you can't even really read anything. So it'll be a good time, community watching the new Smash for the first time. I cannot wait, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I did watch a video from Armada just before we went on here, and he pretty much said he knows what we know. He doesn't know what characters are going to be available, what the stages will look like, how many even players total there's going to be. So he knows, at least what he let on in his YouTube video, that he knows the same amount we know.
Interesting. I'm really hoping that during E3, I mean, my hope that will happen is, and the beta is available now. I would so love to be able to get my hands on it. I'm sure it's going to come a little bit later this summer.
Unfortunately, I think that might be Aces, because Aces comes out 10 days after E3.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so maybe it'll be like July, end of July or something, early August. We'll see a beta, because I would be surprised if they didn't do a beta based on all the other games. And I think we kind of talked about that with how they've done ARMS and they've done Splatoon and so pretty pretty good chance that
Yeah.
we're gonna see
So
it.
one thing that's not in our notes here, but we had talked about last week with the game FAQ leak, with all the kind of stuff that we thought might happen with E3, and then the online was announced on Monday, which was in that leak. But online's coming on the 20th of September. Do you think, which is a third? I believe it's a Thursday. Do you think we get Smash that next day on Friday?
I think there's a few factors. I think one of the factors is if there's already been a beta and they've been able to stress test the servers, then I don't think it's going to be an issue. If we don't see a beta and they say, "Hey, the new online is live," how much is the online going to change compared to now anyway, though? Right? Like, it seems like it's just going to be more of the same, but we're paying for it.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know if games like Splatoon and Mario Kart, like those games already. I mean, there's pretty good sized player base. I mean, Mario Kart's got to have a lot of people playing that thing fairly regularly, just based on how many sales it has. So
yeah. I think it's still in the top 10 games sold
you,
still last month, I think, for
yeah,
MPD.
it usually is. So I, I think it's definitely possible. Like I think there's a chance that we could see it, and just based, I
One,
mean, maybe it comes out a week after,
yeah.
so that
One
people are
one thing
playing
as
their.
well, that with all the literature and different stuff that was put out on Monday with the online information that came out, um, they did mention online play for Splatoon and Mario Kart, and they did mention some future games, so Aces and Sushi Strikers, and uh, but they didn't have Smash listed on the you need to pay for this to play online these games,
Hmm.
which Smash has already announced for this year. I mean, do you think that means anything, or do you think it's just a bad typo that Nintendo put out? Or
I think the games that you listed all have concrete release dates, and Smash does not. So I think at E3 we'll get that date, and that's probably the only reason it didn't make that list. Would be my guess.
yeah,
I don't think it was an oversight or anything like that. I think it was intentional, just so that.
false hope for everybody thinking they can play Smash for free.
Well, if you think about it, if Smash had been mentioned in that, that's what would have overshadowed every, like, that would have been the main talking point, right, for everybody, not
Yeah,
like the rest of the online stuff. So I think it was intentional. Like, hey, let's just put the games that are out now and the games that have a release date, and we'll go from there. So okay, well, let's get into our Smash character video. Luigi is our character tonight. I found 3 excellent videos from Dr. Upali, and the last video has one of, if not the best, Luigi player, Elegant. He's ranked number 11. We watched him a few weeks ago during those tournaments. I have a link to his Twitter here if you guys want to be able to follow him. He's in the 3rd video. Like, the breakdown of Luigi basically states that he has some great strengths mixed with some great weaknesses. And if you can open up doors and get in and make the moves, he's an extremely powerful character. But there are ways that you can get walled out and not and just can't get anything going, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But the level of play that you can see from Elegant, unreal. Absolutely unreal. Like, the stuff that's happening, like the edge guarding and things like that, blowing my mind. And some of the matches that he's won from a tech getting bounced into the back of the platform and then coming back and winning, out of control. Just out of control. So you've been playing some Luigi lately. Again, he has great strengths, but he also has a lot of weaknesses. They recommend like never doing his dash attack where he swings his
Oh,
arms around wildly.
the little girly arm flailing.
Yeah, just they're like, it just leaves yourself open to be punished. You know, like it's not really something to do. There are tendencies with him that can become that you can, you know, they get a little repetitive, and people can start picking them out. So you've got to really try to keep things mixed up. But overall, he's watch these videos. Even if you don't play Luigi, like I want to play Luigi after watching these videos. That's how good they are. So definitely recommend checking him out and watch some elegant gameplay. Like there's montages of him or like highlights from his past like tournaments and whatnot. So good, like unreal the stuff this guy pulls off. And so I can't wait for Smash, the new Smash, to just be like happening, and like we're going to be seeing like these tournaments are going to be popping up. We're going to be hopefully seeing a lot of these pros. I mean, oh my gosh, I just had the terrible thought. But what if this is like the Brawl scenario all over again, where like everybody just sticks with Smash 4 and Melee, and like nobody ends up liking the Switch game. Like I really hope that's not the case. And
but you can take your Switch with you.
That's right. You can take it with you, but at least at least the new game can be updated. Right. So if they'll listen to the community, if there's things that aren't right, then, you know, there's still
well, and they updated Wii U 17 different times, I think, right?
So yeah, I think we saw something like that. Like it quite a few times. So fingers crossed. Everybody loves this game, and it'd be really cool too if it could kind of bring the whole the community together as a whole, you know, and kind of bridge that divide that is between Smash 4 and Melee. I would dig it. But yeah, so we got great Luigi videos. They're all in the show notes. You don't have to go looking for them. You can play them right. If you're listening to this on your phone, just open up the show notes right there. You'll actually be able to play the videos right there. And otherwise, go to n64josh.com/SBC10, and all the videos will be right there. And speaking of videos, the next video for our Smash practice session is one of the best videos I've found on YouTube. And this poor guy only has 159 subs. Like the first comment on the video was like, why don't you have more subs? This is what I've been looking for. He breaks down a practice regimen of like, hey, your first minute is dash dance. Your next thing is work on the perfect pivot, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to sit and practice this thing. I need to watch the video a few more times, maybe make a couple notes, and I'm gonna just work on this stuff. And you can hear his controller just going back and forth, and the way he's moving it to pull off some of these moves. And I can't wait to watch this thing over and over again and really get just better at movement, because that's when you and I have been playing. The thing is that I'm focused a lot on that movement, but I didn't know where to go next. Right? Like that,
especially after watching Wizard on Saturday, like he was moving, but he was in the same spot, just doing that dash back and forth, and it was on a different level than what we're at.
Oh, absolutely on a different level. And I like I said, after finding this video, I know this is going to be the thing that is going to help me improve my movement. And so I'm going to be practicing it a lot over the next week. I'll come back next week, let you guys know how I'm doing. If you enjoy that video or whatever, like if you're watching it from the show notes, like let me know in the comments. Like I want to know what you guys think. I can't wait for you to see it. Like I can already see our sparring sessions are going to be like, okay, 1 minute of dash dancing, and it's just going to be click, 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 click on the controllers. But it's basically for just building up that muscle memory in your hands. And I know that's what I lack. I watch the speed. Like even when we played Wizard, I was like, teach me to move like you. Right? Like that was the thing. I was like, teach me to move like that. He's like, oh, that just comes with time. Okay, but there has to be more to it than that. Well, there is, and I found it with this video. So, highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're a novice like we are, and or novices like we are. Uh, Watch this thing and use it. Like I'm whenever I'm trying to learn something new, I'm always looking for that practice technique. Like when I've learned to play guitar in the past, and it's like, okay, learn your scales, and then I would just start shredding scales over and over and over again, and it's like it's kind of mind numbing, but then once you do it, you get that muscle memory, and then you can start rocking and rolling it. And Smash is the same way. I mean, and to give you guys an idea, that the Dr. Upali video about Luigi, there's a technique to make his tornado. I don't know if they call it a tornado, but his spin attack or whatever go. I believe he can go up with it, but you have to press the B button like 10 times a second or some crazy number. It's unreal. Wait till you see the video. He turns the camera on himself onto where his hands are, and it's literally, he's like, yeah, I think it's all tricep that does this, and he's just shaking his arm so that he can hit the button as fast as humanly possible, so that he can pull off these,
So
these
he did it
moves.
while holding the controller. He didn't put it down on his lap.
He did it while holding the controller.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's not, if his thumb is like stationary, it's just his arm shaking as fast as he can get it, so he can just hit that button as fast as possible. So all these videos are really, really good. Moving forward, this is how we're going to highlight characters. I want to find the best videos for you guys so that you can improve. I don't want to sit and just tell you do this, this, and this, because I'm no expert at this stuff. I'm gonna let the experts do that. We're gonna do a little bit of the footwork and just get it all in one place. And so remember, not only do we have these practice videos, but there is an entire section in my notes that is nothing but resources for you guys to be able to improve your Smash game. So take advantage of that. I think we're just about out of here. Is there anything else you want to cover or anything like that about practicing? Like, how did your week in practice go? Do you feel like, what were some areas of improvement for you?
Last night I kind of took it just to, I think I was changing up characters almost every match we were doing, just kind of with what Wizard had talked about, just kind of experiencing a few different players. I've watched other people play characters, but not knowing their move sets, it's completely different when you're then in control. So just getting to actually have my hands on the controller, doing the moves with those different characters was good. And I think you kind of stuck with Mario for a little bit for the most part, but it was good for me to kind of have that experience against you, that you knew what you were doing for the most part with what to expect out of your move sets, and I was kind of still learning on the fly there, but it was still good. And then later on today, I hopped in some For Glory matches and just was just trying out. I was sticking kind of with Bayonetta, just my regular main, and I think I ended up playing the same guy like 5 or 6 times, and I think we ended up going. I think I took like 4-2 on him, and then later on I went back in and got my butt kicked by somebody, and I kept playing him just because of how he was playing me. I actually took Wizard's advice again, and the Wii U has that functionality to save your replays. So I saved at least 2. One, he picked my character and beat me so bad with Bayonetta that I don't think I did much. I think I did like 12% damage to him. But so I have that resource to go back and look at to see how he was moving and implementing those moves, so I can try to see my faults and also see how to improve. And so I have those to go back and look at. But that was beneficial. Even though I was losing, it was beneficial to see somebody else move how they move and approach it how they did.
Speaking of people moving, remember Sigma? Shellshock just reminded me in the chat there. We what night was it? Was it late Monday night that we ended up playing some Smash?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was. I think it was after the Mario Kart races and the arms watching me get beat down in arms by. Or was it Monday? I don't know.
Or no,
Maybe it was
was that
Saturday.
last Thursday after the podcast?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Last Thursday after the show. That's right. So this guy Sigma joins us, plays Captain Falcon, and I mean, just annihilated us. Like Shell Shock was with us. We didn't stand a chance. So we went 3-on-1.
Then we played teams.
Yeah, we went 3-on-1, and we were able to finally beat him. But like, it was still way closer than it should have been, and just crazy. Like the level of play is on a whole nother. It's just a whole nother realm. I'm not even close. But that's why we do this. We practice. We just keep at it. Like what'd you think about those matches with Sigma?
Oh, we were just lining up to get knocked down until we at the very last game. I think it was either you or me that was like, yeah, let's just all team up against him and see how we do. And we were able to finally. I think what, you and Shell Shock were maybe still left alive, and you both had one stock.
Yeah, maybe,
that was it.
Like something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but it happened. But it was kind of just sheer numbers was going to take him down versus our skill.
Yeah, and I was totally using you guys as a meat shield. I would just wait for him to attack you and turn around, then I'd hit him in the back and then run away.
I think Shell Shock was sitting there with Duck Hunt just lobbing the can over at him half the time. Right.
So yeah, it was a crazy time. So if you want to get in on those crazy times, come hang out in a stream sometime. Twitch.tv/N64Josh. It's a lot of fun. But all right, well, I think that is gonna do it for this week's episode. My friend, where can people find you?
I'm always hanging out in Josh's Discord, so hit us up there. Always welcoming new people joining, and they tell us that they found us through the show or through Nintendo Power Podcast or Powercast, and we appreciate having you guys there. So I'm always there. Come talk to us there. And then also on Twitter, just Nightcrawler724, and Nightcrawler is without the E.
All right. And guys, that music you're hearing right now, Metal Melee theme, you can check out the full video at n64josh.com/Metal Melee. It'll take you right to the YouTube video. If you want to get yourself a free book from Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/SBC. The gaming chair I'm sitting in is from OPC. You use coupon code N64Josh to save $10, and they are all on sale right now, $20 off, so you actually can save $30 right now. It's coupon code N64Josh, OPC.com. The show notes for this episode will be found at n64josh.com/SBC10. Join our community, n64josh.com Discord. Come hang out. It's a really, really good time. Find people to play Smash with and any other Nintendo games that you're into. You can follow me on Twitter at n64josh. Same thing on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of the above. If you guys are enjoying this show, please leave a review on iTunes. I would really, really appreciate that. And anybody that's here live, thank you for being here. Nightcrawler, thank you again. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.
See you next week.